Okay guys, this is part 2 of what if Deku had emotions as a quote-unquote quirk. So, this Deku that I pointed out in the last portion of this video will be the Deku, how Deku normally looks when he's combined together. So that means every scar that Deku has is because of his mom, which is sad. Because it's hard to believe that Inko could be so rude and cruel. As if you guys want to know what happened to Pink Happy Deku, we cut to Deku's happiness running into an alleyway, seeing a dying mother and father and a little girl crying, telling them to not leave her alone. And they look at this person with this mask, and the woman's quirk lets her see if they're a good person, and sees that this person is a gentle soul. And she says, "Please, keep my baby girl safe. Just please make sure she has a good future. Mommy, no, don't leave me." As the girl pleads with her mother and father to not leave her behind, and the mother puts her hand on her daughter's face, saying, "Don't worry, this man will protect you. Is that right?" As Deku said, "I will with all. I'll defend your daughter with my life." As the parents pass away, leaving the girl crying, as Izuku comes up and hugs her, saying, "I'm sorry for your loss. I will take your parents to the heroes." As this happy Deku sends signals to intelligence, as intelligence says aloud, "Happiness needs us. Happiness needs me. I'll be back." As intelligence runs off and joins happiness, seeing the dead body of 2 adults and a crying girl. As Joy says, "I need your help. Please help me carry these 2 adults to the heroes." "What about her?" The parents said, "We have to take care of her with all of our lives." "Oh, okay." As Intelligence Deku has like a book that represents intelligence. As 2 papers fly out of the book and it picks up the parents by sliding under the parents and lifting them up. As Intelligence Deku said, "Come on." As Joy picks up the little girl and walks with Intelligence. As the other Dekus are arguing, Brown Deku's trying to keep everything calm because he's peace and tranquility. As that Deku tries to make sure all the other Dekus are calm and not going out lashing their powers out, as heroes try to go near them, but rage or anger just sets fire towards them, and Sadness cries tears like to the gallons of tears firing at heroes to keep away. As Bravery makes sure they are all defended, because Bravery has a sword and shield, which represents bravery. Anger has gloves and boots, which represents anger. Sadness has a box of tissues. Actually, no. Sadness has a tear streaking down their face. Love has a pair of, a heart-shaped necklace. Intelligence has a book, happiness has that scarf, anger has gloves and boots, bravery has a sword and shield, sadness has a teardrop, well, permanent, love has a heart-shaped necklace. Yeah, that's all. Wait, no. And peace has a giant flower blooming out of Peace's head. Like literally the side of the head has a giant gorgeous flower. Like, hold on. This flower right here. And let's get back to the story. As Intelligence said, okay guys, we have a problem, as everyone sees two floating people on what looks like paper, and one of them holding a small child. As heroes get up and defend, as well as All Might, and Intelligence sends out radio waves to communicate to the others, and Anger gets upset, like more upset than ever, because these heroes think that they killed these two adults and were ready to take on. As the Anger gets mad, and Sadness and Intelligence calms him down by sending, as well as Joy, sending soft, gentle radio waves to Anger, especially Anger, to calm him down, because that's normally how they calm down Anger every day when they're connected and all together to form Deku. As the tear on Sadness's face grew in forming a giant two what looks like bean sacks. Well, not bean sacks. A whoopee. Nah, I forgot. Like chairs ish of water, and medkit. And as Sadness asked to place the two adults there and see if they could try to heal him. As Joy sends a radio wave to Blue, and Blue just starts crying. As Anger looks at Joy and speaks and says, "What did you do?" and sends the exact same radio wave explaining what happened. Even though Anger knew this already, he tried to deny this. This is the exact Deku of hairstyle that Deku decides. So they apparently grew like makeshift wings of what they represent. Happiness shows flower petals as wings. The Intelligence takes the two papers that the adults were, setting them down gently as the papers flew on Intelligence's back, and creates wings. Sadness cries out wings of water. Love creates two giant kiss marks and creates butterfly wings. Bravery makes the sword and shield revert into butterfly wings. Anger creates fire and makes wings. Well, not butterfly wings for bravery, but just wings. And Peace creates angelic wings of grass, twigs, and flower petals. Well, flowers. As Joy grabs the little girl and says, "Okay, we're gonna be going somewhere. Please don't be afraid of what we're doing." As they all fly away, as Mountain Lady grabs Joy by the leg and tries to pull Joy down. As Anger gets mad and shoots literal fire at Mountain Lady's eyes, hurting her. As other heroes start attacking, All Might tries to get to Joy because they have a child. As Sadness blows tears on All Might, make him fly into a building. As they all said, "Back up," and they all fly away. Red released a bunch of bloodlust to the heroes, so that's why they stop. So that's the reason why they stopped. And they flew into an abandoned temple in the woods. And they all have their own separate rooms as well to make sure they all have their own privacy. They all show the little girl around, and Joy placed the bag containing the crystals because Joy removed her scarf and put the crystals inside another bag and put it on the statue in the center of the temple. One hand. The statue has several hands, mainly 8, holding several weapons in one bag. Well, one actual bag, because the actual bag statue portion of that one shattered several years ago. So they put that one in replacement. As Joy shows his room, which is a giant cherry blossom tree in the center of an open field. And Joy hops onto a cloud and brings the little girl up, showing her around. And they all go into separate rooms, fire being angers, nature being peace, a library being intelligence, a room of a dark forest of the forest being peace's room, and love being a dark but romantic moonlight forest. As the little girl, as Joy asks, okay, you'll be staying with one of us in each of our rooms to also make sure you don't get lost. We also have a room for you in the near future that we will make. And if you're wondering if there's a restroom, it's over there down that hallway and into the right. As Joy points into a direction. Okay.